the technology sector through their lasting achievements, innovative leadership, unwavering high standards, and commitment to nurturing the next wave of tech pioneers. Well, I've heard a lot of that tonight. The recipient of this year's Legacy Award is Edward C. Ed Charbonnet. Come on out, Ed. Ed told me he was going to bend his knees a little bit so I didn't look so short. Ed Charbonnet is dedicated. Ed Charbonnet has dedicated 50 years to the IT industry, holding leadership roles at Parts Inc., Automark, ACH Food, and ServiceMaster Diversified Health. Since 2005, he's co-chaired SIM Outreach, expanding tech education opportunities for young students and helping over 6,600 explore careers in technology through robotics programs and Memphis Library initiatives. His legacy is built on mentorship, community impact, and technological innovation. Under his leadership, SIM Outreach funding has grown from $5,000 to over $40,000 annually, totaling nearly $600,000 in support since 2003. Guided by the words, "Forgiveness does not change the past, but it does enlarge the future," he continues to foster growth and mentorship in the tech community. Please join me in congratulating Ed Charbonnet. Taking the bean, his plaque.
I thought I had two. Oh, I should have had that second drink. I'm gonna follow with Alex and at least use some notes here. That was quite an introduction, folks, and I think you know nobody accomplishes all that alone. Okay, I've had tremendous partners, mentors, loved ones over my 75 years. The inspiration, their patience, the talented, the way they have trusted me, especially SIM. The SIM board elected me chairman of Outreach 20 years ago and have stuck with me all this time, trusted me and my partner I'll talk about shortly to find the right programs to either start or to add to their programs. And then those on the board and not on the board who've raised all this money, because I did not write those $600,000, okay? Being from Louisiana, I joke with people I had the right to take some of it. But I was so blessed. I had an early start in electronics. I had an older brother who loved building kits, but he was dyslexic. And I read the manuals to him, I read the troubleshooting guides to him, and his handicap led to my electrical engineering career. And I never could thank him enough, but I did help his younger children to love electronics too. And a very, very patient set of parents who put up with things Harry and I did that now are funny. In 2003, the people running SIM Outreach before me had a program at the library with some very innovative pioneers of the library called Teen Tech Camp. And at that point, it was just one summer program, 5-6 days, and they had somebody come every morning, a different person, to come talk about and bring something technological to wow the students. And they approached me and gave me Monday. So on my Monday, I came in with my 14-year-old son riding on a homemade hovercraft. It got the wow we wanted. Okay, they all wanted to ride on it. Well, some didn't want to. But the ones I enjoyed the most are the ones who asked me to turn it over so they could study it and learn from it. That's what I was after. We wanted to bring them from wizardry to science and engineering. So in 2005, they elected me chairman, which was a great honor and trust. I had done it for the last 20 years, but it's just been an absolute delight. Our goal was clear from the beginning. We wanted to infect early minds in technology, just like I got the chance. Sim then gave me the platform to do that to others. And the excitement has just been tremendous. For the first, from 2005 to 2020, I actually did a lot of the hands-on mentoring with some of the students. But mostly we found other partners in schools, the libraries. And then in 2014, they brought me on a co-chairman, David Ujoa, who I joke about as being my partner from south of the border in Mississippi. And he led this expansion into DeSoto County, which has been a great expansion with the libraries, the tech center down there. And in 2015, it's when we started the big expansion beyond the teen tech camps, which up to then had grown to 5 programs. But then we started getting into Vex robots, Lego robots, Arduino controllers is new. We're getting into Raspberry Pi. We wanted to get into the hardware and not just programming. And the expansion all that time was just great. And the excitement when you see a young 6th, 7th, 8th grader turn on an electric circuit with a light bulb in it for the first time and know they built that and get excited with it. Or a motor that spins, or the robot that moves under their program control. And they start to learn they can do it. It's not wizardry. The sim of the people who brought the money. You heard Rob talk about the money. That came through them. And I just can't express the feeling I've always had all these years that they trusted me and David to find the right programs and expand those programs. There's somebody else I have to thank very much. This lady sitting right here, Michelle Charbonnet, who for 42 years has brought me her love and encouragement and 3 fantastic children. I've also been blessed to work during this time for 2 different companies with bosses who understood all this, and they gave me flexible hours so I could do these things. I could not have done that without flexible hours. And some of you might consider the same thing. Maybe some of your people you can trust that they'll catch up during the night or what they need to do if you let them get out during the day to do some of this. One of my favorite stories is the very first week in 2015 when I was teaching Lego robotics at the Boys and Girls Club. A 12-year-old girl came up and touched me on the elbow and said, "Mr. Ed, how'd you learn to program these things?" And I looked at her and I said, "Some 14-year-old girls put videos on YouTube." And she said, "You old guys can learn from us girls?" Somebody mentioned earlier mentors, and I know you've all had some. I had the great chance, I was inspired 10 years ago to look up 2 college professors in my senior year. They were working with them in their projects, launched my career in ways I had never imagined, never even dreamed of. So on one of my trips up to Notre Dame to see a football game, I took them out to breakfast. I highly recommend you try that, but use your own mentors, okay? They so appreciated that I shared with them how much they had meant to me and what they did that launched my career. So I'll close finally with saying, never stop learning, never stop sharing, and never grow old.
Congratulations.